Welcome back to the channel. It's Gaming News Weekly. We here. I'm late. I'm late only because I was watching this shitty ass video, bro. I was watching it. Nigga, the video was so frustratingly dumb. Nigga, I'm watching this shit. Gaming News Weekly is starting, nigga. I'm like 2 minutes late to Gaming News Weekly because I was watching this fucking YouTube video. And I'm like, what is Buddy on about? I really hate when YouTube recommend me things that they know I enjoy. I know it's the algorithm. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. But like these niggas make some of the worst fucking videos I've ever watched. And I'm listening to this nigga speak because I'm not one to just like shut people's opinions down. I'm listening. I'm like, nigga, you're talking nonsense, bro. Niggas really be talking nonsense. Like they understand what the community want. No, you don't, bro. This is what you want. I wish niggas would just talk from their own perspective. Not from the perspective of the whole fucking community. Like they know what the fuck everybody like. No, nigga. And I'm watching this video. This nigga's playing fucking cutscenes from a game in 2010. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck they gotta do right now? Oh, it's so bad, bro. The video was so annoying, nigga. I was reacting to the video. I'm not even on camera. Not even on camera, nigga. Reacting to this video. Then I see the time. I'm like, fuck. The video was kind of long too. I think it was like I was fucking 26. I was 20 minutes into this video. He was just speaking nonsense, bro. Speaking nonsense. I'm like, I get tired of motherfucking YouTube videos like that. People love to just downplay everything, bro. No matter if your game is good or not. They're like, yeah, your game's good, but this shit is bad. This shit is bad. How the game good then? That's just annoying me. But it's Gaming News Weekly, bro. Make sure to like my subscribe. I got my Avion water with me. You know I'm ready to talk. There hasn't been hella gaming news this week. So I don't know how long the stream is gonna be. I'm not even gonna act like we're gonna be here for like 3 hours. Sometimes we do. We end up being here for a while. We be talking all that good shit, but like that video annoyed the fuck out of me, bro. Y'all don't understand, bro. I was watching this video. I can pull it up real quick. Like since I'm already on it, I was legit late to Gaming News Weekly because of it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull this fucking video up. Why can I not pull this video up? What is this? YouTube. Not YouTube. Fucking. It's this freaking video right here, bro. This video right here. Nigga, it's about fucking Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma 2 came out in like what, February? Why did this video come out 2 days ago? I think it said 2 or 3 days ago. Talk about the problem with Dragon's Dogma 2. Nigga, the game was fucking good, bro. It's so well. Nigga, the game was fun. It was good. This nigga talking about the enemies doesn't scale. You get strong in this game. What the fuck are you talking about? You supposed to get strong. I swear, bro. I hate niggas' opinions sometimes, bro. I really hate niggas' opinions. I will listen to them. And I will agree or disagree. But I really hate niggas' opinions, bro. I wish some people would just shut the fuck up. Because they talk nonsense. They talk a whole lot of nonsense. Niggas said like, oh, the dragon's meaning. Like, nigga, he said the story was bad because the story was secondary to the dragon. Like the first game story was secondary to the dragon. Are you fucking stupid? It's Dragon's Dogma. The story is always secondary to the dragon. The story was pretty good, like all the fake arisen shit, but he ignores so many pieces of the story just to say the story was bad. He's like, oh, there's no characters that are really impactful in this story. What do you mean? You just ignore all the shit that was going on in this story. You ignore the girl with the bow that I swear was like a pawn girl. She was a big ass part of the story. You legit go save her ass like 2 or 3 times. Why the fuck they keep attacking her? There were so many things that was going on in this story. This nigga ignored all of them bitches. He said, oh, the enemy variety was like, nigga, it was the same as the first game. That's exactly what Dragon's Dogma 2 was. It's a fucking cycle. He was saying like all these things we've known already. Yes, nigga. Because it's a cycle. This nigga just forgot it was a cycle and made a whole video saying Dragon's Dogma 2 has problems. No, it don't. Nigga, it's Dragon's Dogma. That's exactly what it is. If you don't like Dragon's Dogma, why the fuck are you playing Dragon's Dogma? Asking them to make something else, something different. What the fuck be these fans' problem, bro? They really be coming to these games and like, you should have made this game. No, nigga. If you want to play Dragon's Dogma, bro. Don't be like, oh, this is Dragon's Dogma, but you should have did this and you should have did that. Then it's not fucking Dragon's Dogma. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Go play something else. I get tired of fans that do this shit. But okay, I'm done ranting about Dragon's Dogma right now. Because that nigga annoying the fuck out of me. That's why I was late to Gaming News Weekly. Because I was watching that fucking video right there. And, nigga, I was like, can you shut the fuck up? I gotta finish the video. Eventually, I will finish that video. Just to see what else the fuck he talks about. But, goddamn, I'm playing a fucking video. I don't want to play the video. I want to just leave. I'm gonna just exit it right now, bro. So we can get on to Gaming News Weekly. Because that nigga had me. I was sitting here watching this video just like, this nigga's, he gotta be dumb. I clicked on the video. So, I mean, he definitely got the clicks he wanted. Because I wanted to see what the fuck the problem was. The game came out in February, bro. What the fuck are you on about? And guess what? He wasn't on about shit. Just like those dudes I reacted to their Dragon Age videos. Like, come on, y'all just speaking nonsense, bro. Niggas don't even play games for real. But, okay. Okay, I'm done with it. Gaming News Weekly time. Gaming News Weekly time. There's been quite a bit of topics popping up in the gaming news. None of them are too big, too revolutionary. There's been some tidbits here and there, but nothing's been popping. Nothing's been popping for real this week, except the Black Myth Wukong kind of weird scenario that is speculated around. It's kind of a rumor, kind of not. Black Myth Wukong came out. Remember, doing big numbers on PC, popping the fuck off. Don't know how well it's doing on PlayStation. I know the game doesn't fucking run well over there. But that's another story to talk about. But we're talking about why it's not on Xbox. There's been a whole lot of speculation around this. People have been saying like, oh, it's optimization issues. If it was optimization, it should have not launched on PlayStation. So we kind of got to throw that shit out the window. Could have been the Series S. A lot of people talk about, oh, the Series S. Niggas just don't want to work hard. That's exactly why the Series S is always the scapegoat. When niggas don't want to work hard, Series S is the scapegoat. That's fine. We can accept that. But then it came out. It's on Twitter. Everybody's talking about it on YouTube. That some people got some sources from somewhere. And they're saying Sony money had it, Black Myth Wukong, to not launch on Xbox. And there's a whole lot of reasons speculated around why they money had it, Black Myth Wukong. Because, one, they wanted Xbox not to have the game. So, they're like, okay, we'll just pay you to not put the game on Xbox. But the game is still coming to Xbox. Game Science already said it's still coming to Xbox. So, what, Sony paid them to delay the game? But what I'm thinking is that Game Science needed more time to make Black Myth Wukong. Because that's another story out there. Game Science needed more time to make the game. To optimize the game. For the game to come out. And it was going to delay the console version of the game altogether. And Sony paid them to not delay it on console. To launch it on PlayStation and not on Xbox. Even in a broken state. So they could get the like exclusivity for the game. And get the like notoriety that it's on PlayStation. The only console was on. Because it was going to be a big deal. It was a big deal in China. Black Myth Wukong is a big ass deal in China. So Sony's just trying to, plug their console in China so people could go and get the cheapest option, which would have been the Series S in China if it launched on Xbox. But no, they're just gonna go pick up a $450 PS5 in China and play it there if they don't have a good PC to play it already. The game is still scuffed. That motherfucker don't run well. But when I heard that, I'm like, that makes a lot of fucking sense because the game does need a whole lot of work on the PlayStation. That means it was gonna need work on Xbox too. So why would Sony pay for them to launch the game early? Only to get the motherfucking people to buy their console to play the game. Because everybody would have just ran the guy to Series S to play Black Myth Wukong if they just really wanted to play the game. They don't really care if it's running fucking 120 frames per second. Niggas just want to play the game, bro. The Series S probably would have been the best option for a lot of people. And it would have been the cheapest one. So Sony just wanted people to buy their PlayStation over buying the cheaper Xbox to play Black Myth Wukong early. Which makes sense because they can pay game signs. They're going to make some of that money back on console sales. And for people buying Black Myth Wukong on their platform, because it's not on Xbox. Big brain move. I'm not even gonna fake it. But why would you want a broken game to launch on your console? That's what I want to know. Why, like, if Black Myth Wukong needed more time, Sony, you was like, nah, just launch that bitch early on PlayStation, bro. What would that have done to Black Myth Wukong's score? Because you know that motherfucker already only got an 80 because it was running like garbage. It probably would have scored higher. Game Science probably would have got way more recognition and notoriety if they got to fix their fucking game first. But Sony being greedy as fuck was like, nah, just launch it early. That is actually a crazy ass narrative to run with. But it's not a bad one. Because what Sony did after Black Myth Wukong launch kind of makes sense to why it seems like they did that. Because Sony started raising the prices of their game console in Asia. In Japan, I think in China it might have raised a little bit because they start running out of stock. So then, the price is going up. There's not many PlayStations to sell. And I'm like, so PlayStation really they just tipped the scale of the market, bro. Because now PlayStation is in fucking drought. Nobody can find a PlayStation. Now the prices are going up. Now people in Asia that want to buy a PlayStation to play Black Myth Wukong got to pay more for a PlayStation. That shit's crazy work, bro. It's halfway through the generation. And Sony is still finding ways to raise the price of this goddamn console, bro. They're still finding ways to raise the price of this console. And I'm like, and that shit comes a week after Wukong launch? All the places that wasn't selling the PS5s, now they selling out? Now they selling the fuck out. And now Sony's like, yeah, bro, we raising the price in a week. So I think legit in like a couple days, the price for PlayStation 5 goes up. So now every store that's going to restock PS5s are going to be selling them for like $50 more than what they were at launch, bro. It's like scalpers, but now the stores are the ones scalping the motherfucking consumer base. And all of this just to be the place to play Black Myth at the lowest level is kind of crazy, bro. It is so wild that is the story that's running around on the internet. And when you're looking at all of the trends, it's starting to make a little bit of sense. I don't know if it's true. A lot of people don't. It's just a fucking rumor. But that's like the biggest brain rumor anybody can ever know. And then, there's people on the internet. They get to talk and they hear this rumor. And they're like, if Sony's money had in gains from Xbox, why don't Xbox just pay more? And I don't think them niggas understand what the fuck they're asking. Because Microsoft is the #1 company in the world. They got all this motherfucking money. They're like, why is it you letting Sony throw money around and you're not throwing money around? Like, buddy, do y'all not understand? If Microsoft just start outbidding Sony to keep games, that means developers are just extorting Microsoft. And who the fuck is in, like, they're in for extortion of the Xbox platform, bro. That's exactly what most of these niggas be saying. Like, Microsoft, just pay them more so we can get the game too. Like, are you fucking stupid? Stand on principle. That's disrespectful as fuck. Because Sony want to throw your ass a little bit of change. You know Microsoft can outbid them. But why the fuck would they throw it up and like, okay, we'll just pay you more so we can get the game too? Who the fuck is them? Who the fuck is Game Science to be needing more money? Like, nigga, they're gonna launch the game on Xbox eventually. Why? Because they're gonna need the fucking money. All why do you think Square Enix is in the same shit that they're in right now? Because they thought that Sony money was good enough. Oh, we can get Microsoft to go up on the price. Microsoft's like, nah, bro, you can have that shit. You'll be back eventually. Get Atlas was back. Square Enix is back. All these people, they skipped Xbox a long time, but now look at them. Now look at them. They're right back where they should have been. You took that Sony money, bro. So why the fuck would Microsoft accept extortion? Just so you as a customer can be like, we're not left out. No, nigga, because they disrespecting the fuck out of the Xbox, and you expect Microsoft to pay them to put their games on Xbox. No, because they don't. Developers don't pay to put their games on fucking PC. They're not paying to put their games on PlayStation, but Microsoft has to pay them to put their games on fucking Xbox. And everybody think like, oh, that's just the right thing to do. They're gonna skip Xbox if Microsoft doesn't pay. Microsoft don't pay their ass then, bro. Don't fucking pay them. No, let their ass drown. Square Enix did it. They drowned for a long time. Now look at them. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna pursue Xbox way more than ever before. Why? Because them niggas was drowning over there in debt, bro. They're like, damn, that PlayStation money was not worth it. A lot of gaming companies are starting to realize that. You see what Bungie's going through. They thought that PlayStation money was worth it. Now look at them. Now look at them. Microsoft is not about to be extorted by the fucking gaming industry. They got all this fucking money. Why the hell would they throw it at developers? They can throw it at their own developers, bro. They can just buy more developers that have to make games for Xbox. So what the fuck is them paying to get Black Myth Wukong on Xbox? Why? They're gonna put that bitch on her for free. They might even beg for a Game Pass deal. You never fucking know. You saw Baldur's Gate. You saw what Baldur's Gate did. You thought Microsoft was gonna pay them. Microsoft almost could have got them a Game Pass deal. She was like, ah, nah, bro, you can keep it. Why? Because they took that Stadia money. Then Stadia got shut down. Baldur's Gate still ended up on Xbox, didn't it? Still ended up on Xbox. So why the fuck was all these people on the internet telling Microsoft like, oh, you need to just pay the developers so they don't skip your platform? No, let them skip it, bro. If they want to be broke, let them skip it. Because they always end up they always end up back on Xbox eventually, bro. So if you're a fan, if you're on Xbox and you're like, damn, bro, I don't want to get skipped for all these games, go to PlayStation, buddy. Just drop the console, go to PC. You know they're not skipping PC, except motherfucking Rockstar. They're the only niggas that skip PC on purpose. Because they're like, fuck y'all niggas. Go buy a console to play our game. Because that's what they should be doing, bro. They gotta stand on business. If Microsoft is gonna stand on business in the gaming industry, they can't be letting motherfucking developers extort them. Just because the fans are upset that they're getting X'd out of a game. Go play it somewhere else, buddy. That's all I can take. Go play it somewhere else. Because if you got the feeling of being left out, you need to buy every console to ever launch. That's all I'm saying. Because if you ever want to feel left out, nigga, have you not had a motherfucking PlayStation 2 and didn't get a random ass fucking game that was on the GameCube? Nigga, I went over my cousin's house to play that motherfucker, bro. I ain't had that shit. I'm playing Gears of War. My niggas over my house. We playing Gears of War. We go over their house, nigga. We playing God of War. That's usually how it goes, nigga. Now all this multi-platform, cross-platform things, niggas don't even got first parties no more. Most of the first parties are kind of drowning because they have no money now, nigga. The gaming industry has exploded so much that they like, yeah, we can't just make a little bit of money. We gotta make a lot of money. And you think new developers are gonna come in and not want to make a lot of money? No, Black Myth Wukong is gonna make quite a bit. It sold quite a bit. I think it sold like what 10, 15 million. It's doing well. But you think they're not gonna want more money, bro? Because they always end up wanting more money. This company is funded by Tencent. You think they not gonna want more money? That motherfucker's gonna launch on Xbox. And then you could play it when it fucking comes. Square Enix is gonna drop all the Final Fantasies on Xbox. And that's gonna be a good thing. But I think the Final Fantasy thing is kind of gonna be skewed. I think 16 might come to Xbox before Final Fantasy 7 does. Which is a weird ass thing to say. Because Final Fantasy 7 came first. But I think PlayStation has the 3-game deal with them. So I think the third game has to launch before the bitches can come on Xbox. But I think they're going to drop on Xbox right after the third game launches. Square Enix is going to just push that motherfucker the fuck out. Because Rebirth definitely got cooked up by Dragon's Dogma 2. Definitely got cooked up by Dragon's Dogma 2. So I know they're going to try to recoup that. I don't know when the fuck is launching on PC either. Because it's kind of strange that Integrate launched on PC right after PS5. But we haven't heard anything about Rebirth launching on PC yet. And Square Enix is looking to make some more money. They're like, yeah, we're going multi-platform again. Fuck this PlayStation shit. Because they knew. At first, when the old president, they took that Sony money. Like, yeah, this is going to be great, nigga. They got an install base. That install base didn't come through for them. Now they got to go find some money elsewhere. And guess what? Final Fantasy 14 launched on Xbox and it did numbers, bro. People jumped on there. They making a lot of money over there on Xbox. They're like, why the fuck did we ever skip this? Sony talked y'all into it. It's fine, bro. So it happens. It's gonna happen because that's how business deals are made. Microsoft's not about to be like, yeah, bro, what Sony pay you, we'll just pay you more. Because why? Why would they need to do that shit? Let Sony pay their ass. Sony does not have that much money to be paying niggas. So the fact that they're paying motherfuckers, that mean they need it. They mean they need it way more than Xbox does. Let them have it, bro. Let them have it. They'll be fine. Nigga, Sony got to recoup that somewhere. And they not going to recoup that shit overnight. Sony's throwing money around. That's why their first party is so scuffed right now. Because they're buying Black Myth Wukong. They're buying Stellar Blade. Like, but they're remastering The Last of Us 4 times, nigga. That is exactly why Sony's in the predicament they are. Because they bought Ghostwire. Because they bought Deathloop, nigga. This is what Sony has been doing for a while. They buy all these games so Xbox doesn't get them. And then their games end up suffering for it. Because now their fans look like, Sony, where's your games at? We give you Concord. We give you fucking Concord. That is what Sony's been on. They give you a VR headset with no support. VR headset, no support, nigga. They give you a fucking a tablet with a controller on it that you can remote play games to, nigga. Not even download the game. That is what PlayStation is doing now. They gotta recoup that money somewhere. They doing everything they can, and they're still sinking. So let them buy Black Myth, bro. It's okay. It's okay. Niggas need to let that shit go. But the fact that they bought Black Myth, fine. They had marketing rights to Black Myth Wukong since they debuted the fucking game. So everybody knew it was going to be on PlayStation. But it was also coming to Xbox. Stellar Blade was announced to be on Xbox. And then PlayStation was like, yeah, bro, let me just buy Project Eve up. That motherfucker Stellar Blade now. Did Sony make their money off Stellar Blade? Probably fucking not. Probably fucking not. We know that it did kind of well. Sea of Thieves sold more than Stellar Blade did. And they came out in the same fucking month. Just think about that. Just think about that. Sea of Thieves sold more than Stellar Blade did. And they came out the same fucking month. On the PlayStation. They own the fucking PlayStation. Sony bought Stellar Blade, nigga, to keep that motherfucker off of Xbox. And Microsoft made more money on PlayStation than PlayStation did with their own fucking game. Launched it in the same month. That is crazy work when it comes to business. That's why Sony got to make these deals, bro. Because they know Microsoft is just gonna just make that shit back anyway. Game Pass is making Microsoft so much fucking money. They don't have to worry about if their game is gonna sell well. They're already making that shit on Game Pass, bro. They're already making that shit on Game Pass. So when Black Myth does come to Xbox, it's probably gonna do well too. It's probably not gonna fumble and fall. It looks like a really good fucking game. Hopefully it's fixed. So it's not broken to shit like it is on PlayStation. It's definitely gonna work. And it's probably gonna be way more fun to play because it's not gonna be broken. I want a game when it's finished. I actually want a game when it's finished. And that leads me to the next part of this. So Metal Gear Solid was getting some previews. Kind of like how Avowed got some previews last week. And Metal Gear Solid is being reported that, oh, it's running at 30 frames on console. And I'm like, what's the fucking problem with that? I really don't understand. Motherfuckers be like, oh, where's the performance mode? I think it has a performance mode. I don't think it was running too well when they like reviewed the game. But the game is still like slated to come out in a year. They have time. They have time to patch it up and get things working, get things running in the background. But motherfuckers are real upset about it running at 4K 30. And I'm like, do you not know how technology works? These games are getting bigger and more beautiful and more detailed. Of course the frame rate is going to be 30 frames per second again. Motherfuckers still acting like, oh, I don't want to play 30 frames games. I bet you playing Grand Theft Auto 6 when it comes out. And that bitch is launching on console at 30 frames per second. You think Rockstar is going to give a fuck? No, nigga, they're not gonna give a fuck. They're launching that motherfucker 30 frames per second at 4K on console, and every nigga in the world is buying it. So why the fuck are you complaining that 30 frames per second games still exist on console? Bitch, buy a PC. I'm getting tired of these gamers complaining, bro. Buy a PC already. You're a grown ass man. I know you can afford it. You're making content on YouTube. Buy a PC, bro. You chose to buy a console to complain about 30 frames per second. You're a dumbass. You're a fucking go to PC. Go to PC, because that's where you want to be at for real. If you want frame rates more than you want games to be good, go to PC. Because developers are trying to make these games as good as they possibly can. To run as perfect as they possibly can. 30 frames is an easy fucking frame rate to hit. To have your game looking good and beautiful and run and make a great game out of it. Dragon's Dogma 2 launched at 30 frames per second. I didn't even fucking notice. Played the whole goddamn game. Running that motherfucker. It's beautiful. It's bright. It's lovely. Gameplay is fun. It has ray tracing and shit. That motherfucker 30 frames the whole goddamn time. That didn't change the fact that the game was good. Starfield was the same fucking way. Big, beautiful fucking game. Enjoyable ass game. Fun experience. Did a whole lot of crazy shit in Starfield. That motherfucker was 30 frames the whole time. It's 60 right now. Do you think more people are playing it? Because it's 60 frames per second? No, nigga. Because it was still good at 30 frames. At 60 frames, it's going to be the same fucking game. So if your game, if you care more about 60 frames per second than you care about the game being fucking good, then go play Final Fantasy 16. Just go play Final Fantasy 16 and you'll understand. Okay. That game ran at 60 frames per second. It wasn't a good fucking game, though. People glazed the fuck out of it. I know so many people that dropped that game. They played that shit for like 2 hours. They're like, yeah, bro, I'm done. Nigga, I played the demo. I made a video of me playing the demo. And I was already annoyed with the fucking game. And I was running that shit at like, what the fuck was I running it at, bro? I think I was running like 120 frames. Some shit like that. I didn't even get the fucking fight, nigga. I didn't even get the fight in the demo. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, bro? So no, nigga, Metal Gear Solid 3 is a slow ass game. It's a stealth game. Why the fuck do you think 60 frames is important? I never understand when these niggas complain like that. Why the hell do they think 60 frames is so important to stealth games? Nigga, you're crawling through fucking mud and trees and grass. You're not moving at high speeds, bro. There's no high response time. You don't need 60 frames per second to crawl through the fucking grass and to stealth take down a nigga. But for some reason, these niggas think 60 frames mean better. They think 60 frames just mean better. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. God damn. You know the gamers that don't know technology, they complain about this shit. They complain about this shit heavy. And I'm like, God damn, I wish I could just teach a class, bro. That's why I got Gaming News Weekly. I play games all the time on my channel. Talk about games all the time. Because I just want people to understand that enjoying games is more important than talking about them. But you see a whole lot of niggas, they talk about games and they don't play shit. They talk about games, they don't play a damn thing, bro. They don't play different genres. Niggas be playing Fortnite every day. But they want to talk about a fucking action RPG coming out. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, you're a Fortnite nigga. Go talk about the Fortnite update. Go talk about a fucking loot box somewhere. A battle pass. That should be crazy to me. I haven't been playing a whole lot of games. What was his name? He came yesterday to Saturday Morning Live. He was asking me about Star Wars. He was asking me about Star Wars Outlaws, because it came out. I thought Star Wars Outlaws was still like a week away. But it's September already, bro. I was kind of scuffed. I'm like, damn. We moving through time. But Star Wars Outlaws came out. And I'll look it up to see like people that I talk to that I know that are playing the game, that choose to play the game or not. How they're reacting to the game, because I didn't even know it launched, nigga. He was playing it through like Ubisoft Plus. I might fuck around and do that. Just to test the game out to see how it is. But I've heard mixed things about the game. The thing I have heard that's consistent is that they was like, this game PG-13 as hell. And it's supposed to be an Outlaws game. You're supposed to be a grimy ass person. But they made the game so PG that you don't even feel like an outlaw. And I'm like, what? Because they like, there's no drinking in the game. There's like little gambling things that you can do. But then they limit on how much money you can lose or win. You can play the gambling thing like 3 times before they kick your ass out. And I'm like, what? What? How are you supposed to be an outlaw, bro? I saw who the hell did I see like playing the game? Because I like looked it up, and they was like they were just going around just punching everybody, no matter what they were wearing. They punching motherfuckers in full armor. She was just clobbering motherfuckers, bro. It was some of the funniest, most goofy shit I ever seen. Like it's the most unserious Star Wars game I've ever seen, bro. And they have Lego Star Wars, but you do more damage in Lego Star Wars. That's how crazy it was watching that game. But when people talk about like the environments, you know, the like immersiveness of the worlds that they made for Star Wars, you hear a whole lot of good things. They're like the worlds look good. They're beautiful. They're dense. You know, there's shit to do. There's not a lot of side quests, even though the game's an open world. There's not a lot of things to do in the world. They're not completely dead though. Like there's still like stuff scattered out there. There's stuff you could discover, but it's not like a full on open world game. It probably should have been linear, or you probably just needed to buy the battle pass to get those other missions to be out there in the open world. Who knows what Ubisoft actually thought about when they produced this game? But everybody was saying like this motherfucker's PG as hell, bro. There's not too much mature shit going on in the game. The gunplay is kind of boring, and I'm like I thought it was gonna be a third person like cover shooter, kind of like Gears of War, Mass Effect 2, like that style of cover shooter, but it's less than it. And I'm like, what? And they just go around with their little blaster. The motherfucker overheats every fucking 4 shots or some shit. I'm like, what the hell actually happened with Star Wars Outlaws? Because this is not the game that we thought it was gonna be. There is some cool things though. They have like rep systems and shit. I'm like, I might have to play this game. I don't know when I'm gonna play it. Because I'm thinking I might have to get Space Marine. When the fuck does Space Marine come out though? Because it's supposed to came out in the summer. I swear Space Marine's supposed to came out in the summer. And I think it got delayed. Yeah, Space Marine 2. When the hell does Space Marine 2 come out? September 9th. It comes out next week. Oh shit. God damn, Titus comes out September 9th. I need to see the list of all the games coming out because I swear I'd be kind of missing. Tainted Grail? Tainted Grail got a when the hell did that get announced? Final Fantasy 7 Lego set. Stalker 2 on the 30th. Hmm. Final Fantasy 17 has a high bar. What the fuck are they on about? Bro, they be saying some of the dumbest shit. It's just articles, bro. Is that Claymore? Claymore was a peak anime. But yeah, Space Marine comes out on the 9th. Damn, what else comes out? Because I really need to figure that out. Cause there's so many new fucking games, nigga. I'm so behind. I need to finish all these games that I'm playing on the channel too. I keep adding new ones. I got so many videos coming up. But back to gaming news though. Because the PS5 Pro, the PS5 Pro design kind of leaked on the internet. I don't even think it's real. I know a lot of people really think it's real, but I don't think it's real. Let me try to find the PS5 Pro like sketch thing. Like it's a picture. And I'm like, okay, but what the hell? Is it actually real or not? Nobody really knows if it's real. But like this is like the sketch thing that's been like going around. Let me find a picture of this though. Is that even a good picture? Kind of, maybe. I can make this bitch bigger. That'd be lovely. Goddamn. Where's the zoom? There it is. But this little picture is the like sketch design of the PS5 Pro. And I'm like, I mean, it looks like the slim PS4. So it doesn't look too much different. This could be the design. Where's the stand though? They probably just didn't sketch the stand because it's standing up, straight up. I haven't even heard the specs for it. I've heard so many conflicting things about the PS5 Pro that I legit just don't believe that this motherfucker exists. But the more and more things kind of like slot away, Sony might just actually launch a PS5 Pro. For what reason, I don't really know. Because they put 8K on their box. And their should be running 720p. So like the PS5 Pro might just be here to make up for it. But when you raise the price of your base console, and then you're going to release a Pro model at the same time, what is PlayStation really on about, bro? Because it's not adding up. And why would they waste the money on another console? 4 years after your console launch. When the console that you launched isn't even utilized, bro. Like it is baffling to me that this could actually be real. And then they'll be in the same situation that Microsoft is in with the Xbox Series S and S. Because everybody want to make the game for the highest, for the highest ceiling. They don't want to work too hard to make for the lowest common denominator. So they want the lowest common denominator to be at least average. So if Sony release a Pro model, they're going to end up in the same spot as the Xbox Series X and S. The exact same spot. So why would they want to do that when they took the route of making two same consoles, one digital, one not? So now they want to underpower their original one. So then developers have to work on more fucking games. There's a couple of developers that are like on record complaining about the Series S. I think they're like artists and shit. They're not even actually like coders and programmers. They don't do that. These niggas just make concept art. They don't even really work on the console. But they say their developer friends are the ones saying this. They just want to post it on the internet. So if the developers are already saying like, hey, we don't want to make two fucking games. If they make the PS5 Pro version of the game, why do you think they want to cut it down to make the PS5 version of the game? Because they make this Xbox Series X version of the game. And they like, we really have to make the S1. We really got to make the S1. They don't want to fucking do that shit. So now Sony's going to put them in the same fucking predicament. And this is kind of different from how it was with the Xbox One and the PS4. Because those things came out. And they were just like, the technology was progressing so fast on the game creating side that everything on the Xbox One and the PS4 was just undercut. So they needed to produce more power so they could get these games to actually be running good. And that's when the Project Scarlet and the PS4 Pro came out. Those things made sense. But now that we're in this kind of dormant era and all these games are coming out broken, unfinished, and motherfucking unoptimized, you're going to release another console into this situation? PlayStation, buddy. Like, the executives are gotta be going crazy, bro. And I know Sony Interactive Entertainment and the Sony branch in Japan don't really communicate. Not a lot, unless it's in a dire situation. That means the American branch of this is they're just fucking off, bro. I swear, the American branch of Sony is just fucking off. Because why are they even creating this? Who are they going to sell it to? I know niggas that still got PS4s. Nigga, they ain't even buy a PS5. Who are they trying to sell this to, bro? How many mega fans of PlayStation are actually going to cop a PS5 Pro? And how much are they going to fucking sell this for when they're raising the price of the base model of their normal console? Because the pricing is already getting out of hand, bro. And then they're going to have pro versions of games coming out. What are they actually going to be 60 frames now? Or are they going to be 60 frames base? Or are they still going to have fucking performance mode? That the 60 frames is actually going to work? Were they going to be playing Concord at 120 frames per second on a fucking PS5 Pro? Like, what are they what are they actually building this console for? Because they could just be saving up the money and the fucking R&D to create the PS6 and have a great fucking console launch. But they're not. They're literally producing a pro model. I really don't know. And the sketch itself, I don't think it's bad. It just looks like a PS5. It looks exactly like a PS5. It has some lines in it. I think it might be LEDs. At least it's not the staircase, because you know the staircase was PS4 Pro, and that shit was kind of funny. That shit was so funny. PS4 Pro looked like garbage. PS5 looks, like that. It has its things on it, but you can tell that they made it look like that. So the face plates that you already bought for your PS4 don't work on the PS4 Pro. I mean the PS5 Pro. Because if you bought like the slim model of the PS5, and then you see this, okay, it looks almost exactly identical. They might change some internals so that it has more power technically. But then you bought all those plates to swap out, and you can't use them bitches on a PS5 Pro. You have to go buy PS5 Pro plates to swap them bitches out. So it could just be a whole lot of money playing going on in here. But it doesn't look like a different thing. They still got the same ports on the front, I think, because I think the normal PS5 got these same two ports on the front with the power button at the bottom. I think everything else is like standard PS5. So nothing but the internals are probably going to be the things that change. The DualSense is probably going to be exactly the same. They're not going to upgrade that controller. I wonder what's the first game they're going to launch with this. Watch it be fucking Astrobot again. Watch Astrobot be the game that launches when this comes out. To be like the showcase again for the PS5 Pro's like technical output maybe. Who knows what the hell they're thinking when they make this thing. I'm just saying like wow this is the news right now. It's so scuffed that like this is all the gaming news. Just a couple rumors are out there. A couple rumors. That is just it. And then like, games launching. But gaming news this week is actually boring as hell. It's actually boring as hell. This is all we got. And I'm like, God damn, bro. Gaming News Weekly is scuffed. After Gamescom, it was so good. And then this comes. Hopefully PlayStation actually has a fucking event we can talk about. Because we're still waiting on Sony's surprise event. Everybody keeps saying like, oh, it's coming up. It's going to be in September. It's going to be in October. The PS5 Pro leaking kind of makes sense. They need to have a showcase show up. They need to show this motherfucker somewhere. Because the drawing, if it looks exactly like that drawing, because people drew it, I think the leakers drew a picture of it. So they didn't have to post a picture of it that they had. Because they didn't want to get a copyright takedown. So they just drew a picture of the picture that they had. So they could just slap that motherfucker on the internet and nobody could take it down. And I'm like, that's kind of smart. But we don't, like, what are the specs of the PS5 Pro? I need to look that up. Look up the specs for this thing. What the hell is it supposed to do? And then it's just like some scuffed ass bricks that they got as pictures on here. What function as image and refresh for the PS5, which we'll call the PS6. I mean, of course, it's going to be the PS6 when it comes out. But yeah, what is the specs for this thing? A 227% GPU teraflop upgrade? What the fuck does that even mean? I don't see no hardcore numbers in this motherfucker, bro. They said a PS5 Pro gonna be $600. They're cooked. Who's actually buying this shit? I mean, PSVR 2 did launch at like 600, so they might try to pull some 650 shit. PlayStation's kind of. PS5 Pro is supposed to have ray tracing. Who cares? They talk about a new form of NVIDIA DLSS super sampling. So PlayStation is making their own machine learning technology? Aren't they just using AMDs anyway? So who's going? Are they gonna make it proprietary for their games to use PlayStation Super Resolution and not use freaking AMD Super Resolution? Fidelity effects? I don't know what the fuck is actually going on here. It said the PS5 Pro could boast 67 teraflops. What? What? That is outrageous. The PS5 has 10. The Xbox Series X has how many? Does it have 15? And the PS5 Pro is supposed to have fucking 67? What? That shit is outrageous. That is crazy work. Who the fuck dropped these specs? There's no way this shit is realistic. And they expect it to only be 600? Nigga, that is like a 4090. You're going to be paying like $1,000 for that hoe. This PS5 Pro is going to be expensive as fuck. They saying they made the SSD faster. The magical SSD is going to be faster. Lovely. 10% more clock speed. Okay. But wait, why the fuck is the GPU fucking 30 times more or 3 times more, but then only 10% more clock speed on the fucking CPU? Like, these specs are not making sense. People really are corroborating this shit. And it's focused on ray tracing. Ray tracing is some of the most boring shit you could possibly put in the game. Some of the most boring shit you could possibly put in the game. PS5 built a further on this element. Games in 8K at 120 frames with full ray tracing enabled. That is a fucking whoever wrote this. Who wrote this article? Because I know you're just pissing yourself right now. They're just taking a piss the whole run. Fucking Roy Mellon. Roy Mellon, what? On Tom's Guide. I don't know what the fuck website this is, but you know you're just talking nonsense. I swear, like, people write these articles, and I don't think they know how technology works. There is no possible fucking way the PS5 Pro is gonna be 8K at 120 frames per second. There's no goddamn way. There's not even a game that's gonna be produced that is gonna be dropping in 8K. Nigga, that game is gonna be like fucking 300 gigabytes to download. And it has full ray tracing enabled. This is a fucking pipe dream, bro. Somebody's having a lucid dream on some goddamn LSD if they think this is gonna be a real console. The PS5 Pro is gonna be probably Xbox Series X level. And that's probably it. Wait, Raza Ronin, Helldivers 2 are flagship exclusive games for PlayStation? That is crazy work to use those. Because Helldivers was bigger on PC than PlayStation. Raza Ronin, nobody even played that fucking game. Team Ninja kind of dropped that game and just went ghost. Alright, be marketed towards players a higher possible resolution, stable frame rates. See, if there's really players out here that want high resolution, high frame rate gaming, why the fuck have they not went to PC yet? People just forgot consoles are compromised gaming boxes for a reason, bro. Like, you get the most stable experience on console for a reason. But people keep wanting high performance gaming on a console, and it's not gonna work because PC is always gonna be leagues ahead. And then those specs for the PS5 are so fake that I'm like, nigga, nigga, 60 teraflops? Are you dumb? Nigga, what the fuck they got in there? Some CUDA cores? There's no goddamn way. There's no goddamn way. But there's like, oh, I ain't never seen those specs before, and that shit was actually funny as hell. That shit was real deal funny as hell. PS5 fucking 10% more to the CPU clock though. Clock speed 10% faster. Teraflops? 3 times as many teraflops. What? PlayStation, you gotta be bullshitting, bro. And this all just leak speculation because nobody really knows for real. So we got a sketch of what it looks like. And we got some fake ass specs that don't make no goddamn sense in technology. Like in the world of tech, they don't make no fucking sense. But in some random fanboy's brain, oh, this is about to be the most powerful console ever to exist. Come on now, bro. And you gonna buy that motherfucker for $2,000? Because that's what the fuck it sounded like. There's a whole pre-built PC right there. With new technology and everything. We do need to talk about Black Ops 6 though. High key, I didn't play it. It was available in Game Pass to play it this weekend. Like with the beta and stuff, and now I was playing other games. I didn't even play Black Ops 6. I need to download that whole and play it a little bit. If the thing is not over, I think it is. Beta weekend's over, or it might be starting the second half of it. I don't fucking know. I ain't played Call of Duty in so long. I don't fucking follow it no more. But Black Ops 6 has been getting a whole lot of good PR though. Motherfuckers are loving the hell out of that beta. Cause you see the content on YouTube, everybody's kidnapping motherfuckers, taking fucking human shields in multiplayer. That shit looks fun. The fucking Max Payne diving through windows, shooting niggas. Like the clips that I'm seeing, the streams that I've been watching, that I tune into a little bit, they've been cooking the fuck up on Black Ops 6. I ain't seen much about zombies. My friend was talking about zombies, and he was pissed because they were running around a fucking Warzone map, still putting armor plates on. And I'm like, damn, they said old school zombies is back. But I think that might just be for the beta. But what if they do have old school zombies when the game actually comes out? We don't know yet. We just know in the beta they got fucking Warzone zombies. And that nigga was pissed. He was like, what the fuck, Treyarch? You supposed to give us good zombies. And they gave us Warzone zombies. That shit scuff. But I mean, for a Game Pass drop, I'm gonna play the fuck out of it. There's quite a bit of games that I'm like, it's cool. I just play that motherfucking Game Pass. That's what I buy Game Pass for. For games I don't want to fucking spend money on, I'll just play that motherfucking Game Pass. There's so many good things in there. Black Ops 6 might be one of those moves. Get that motherfucking Game Pass, bro. Play it a little bit. Have a good old time. Don't have to pay for a price for it. You don't even gotta play it no more, bro. You play it, you enjoy yourself, you get the fuck out of there, go play something else. That is what I like about Game Pass, bro. It's so good at just letting you feel time with just random ass games until like a game you want to play come out. And now everybody talk about Square Enix bringing fucking Final Fantasy 16 to Xbox. Of course they're gonna do that. They want to make some money. Even though Final Fantasy 16 that demo was so boring, bro, that I don't want to play the actual game. I hated the demo so much I don't want to play the actual game. And that's a crazy thing to do. I've played so many demos on this channel. I got a whole playlist called Demo Diving. I go play demos, bro. I follow new game creators because their demos come out. I enjoy their demo. And I'm like, okay, bro, I'm going to follow this creator. They might drop some heat for me. And then I play Final Fantasy 16's demo and I'm like, Square, nigga, you've lost it. They've lost it because that demo was so fucking bad, bro. That demo was so bad. You could go watch my video on it. The demo was so bad, nigga. It's so boring. And I'm like, niggas really use this to promote their game. They use Walking Simulator to promote their game, bro. This is not Death Stranding. This is not Hellblade. Why am I walking in an action RPG? Why am I walking in a third-person action game in general? I should be running and slashing, and they had your ass walking down corridors, bro. Listening to NPCs talk. No sprint button. Nigga, I was highly disappointed. And I didn't even finish the demo. That's how highly disappointed I was. I didn't even finish the fucking demo, bro. I just left that shit to its vices. I'm like, okay, nigga, Square Enix, you lost it. Because Final Fantasy 15 had a better demo. Do y'all remember Digimon demo? What the hell was it called? What the hell was it called? Because I played the fuck out of Digimon demo. Yeah, what was the demo called though? It was called Platinum. With the little Digimon that comes. And you're like a little Lego kid or some shit. Ah, that shit was good, bro. That shit was hella good. How the fuck did they lose it? Two Final Fantasies later? And they fuck up the demo? Nigga, Platinum was fun. You're just little fucking knocked. And you're like running through your house as like a shrunken kid. That shit was actually hella fucking good, bro. And then the game was great. No, the game was alright in the beginning, but then I think Final Fantasy 15 was too fucking long. Cause I got bored of the game. I think like 60-70% through with the game. I was like, I do not want to be playing this shit no more. Because it just got tedious. You'd be fighting bosses for hellas, nigga. You're like, god damn. I was going to find new weapons to put on my fucking weapon wheel. And I was like, yeah, this shit's getting kind of out of hand. I think it was just too much fucking game in that game. And that's a real fucking thing to happen. There's sometimes there's games that overstay their welcome. Too goddamn much. Ubisoft games, for sure, they overstay their welcome all the time. You just need to make a game. You need to make a good game, a fun game. Let that motherfucker play out and then get the fuck out of there. But no, they want to hold your attention for fucking 300 hours. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I have too many games to play to be sitting here playing this one game for 300 hours. I'm not doing this shit. So yeah, I kind of rushed through Final Fantasy 15, beat that shit, and deleted it as fast as I could. I owned the DLC, never even played a single fucking one of them. Kind of wasted money on that. That's why I usually don't buy DLC for games. Because I don't even know if I want to like the game. Because 90% of these motherfuckers don't have demos. But I did enjoy fucking Platinum's demo. That's why I bought the best edition of Final Fantasy 15. Space Marine 2, on the other hand, I might have to fuck with that. I might have to fuck with that. It should come out next week. What am I doing next week? Besides work. But they have seasons and shit, which is strange because this is a story game. I know they have multiplayer, and they got like some, they got some PvP stuff, they got some PvE stuff. Saber's cooking up for Space Marine 2, but it's a story game, essentially. It's like Gears of War. So when I see like them talk about like all the cosmetics in the multiplayer more than like the main draw of the game, which is Titus in the goddamn story, I'm like, what is going on over there? Like, a part of me feels like they're putting more work in the multiplayer than they are the single player part, which is probably cap. They probably do good fucking work, but I have to play the game to figure it out. And I think that's Discord viewership. Yeah, and everybody's still talking about fucking Black Myth Wukong for some reason. That's fine. That's fine. But what else? There's not much fucking news this week, bro. I'm kind of upset that there wasn't much news this week. Like even what's it called? The Nintendo Direct happened later this week, and I like there was like nothing really going on because I guess it was a partner direct. It wasn't like Nintendo's like themselves showing off their content. It was just like a little third party thing, and they showed some games. It was kind of cool, but it was no big news came out of that. So I think Gamescom kind of took all the news, and now we're just like in a drought. Nothing's really going on except rumors, secret exclusivity deals, PS5 Pro sketches. Like it's kind of lacking out here. Oh, there is one thing I do want to talk about, and it's Remedy, because Remedy is making a Control 2. They announced that like they're working on Control 2, and they partnered with what's that other game company called? Because I swear they drop a lot of games in Game Pass. They dropped a lot of games in Game Pass. It's god damn. Let me look it up real quick. Uh yeah, it's Annapurna Interactive. So Annapurna and Remedy are collabing, which is kind of wild that two gaming studios kind of like come together. Because I mean, I guess they publish games too, but that's how they stay independent. So Annapurna and Remedy are partnering together, and Annapurna is gonna fund Remedy to make Control 2. And I was like, that is crazy work. Cause I've never heard of a deal like that. Not for real. But yeah, they're coming together. They're making Control 2. I wonder how that's gonna go. Cause like the game is probably gonna stay multi-platform because they're partnering with just another game studio or like a game publisher that is not tied to a company. But when they announced that partnership, I was like, that's new. Like that's kind of a new thing because usually they go to partner with like big ass companies. I didn't think Annapurna was that powerful to be partnering with Remedy to make a game. Even though Remedy is owned by Tencent now. So why the fuck would they need funding? Yeah, because Remedy is owned by Tencent now, right? So why would they need funding from fucking Annapurna anyway? No, I think they're just majority shareholder in Remedy. I think Remedy might still be low key independent, but I think they did buy majority share. I think Tencent did buy majority share in Remedy. So I think that's why they're partnering with Annapurna to get their games made. But how the hell did this partnership come about? Because those are two companies you don't really think would come together, but they want to make freaking films and TV shows. And they want to make Control too. What's Control? See, I played a little bit of Control 1 way back in the day. When did Control come out? It feels like ages ago. Control came out in 2019. That was not that fucking long ago. What the fuck? Why the fuck does Control? Why does that seem so old now? That game came out in 2019. I guess it's almost 5 years ago. That is 5 years ago. It feels like ages ago. I thought that shit came out in like 2017. I thought that shit came out hell ago from 505 Games. Why didn't 505 get another partnership? Why did they go to Annapurna? See, there's so many things. There's so many questions to this deal. Like if 505 produced the first one, And they didn't take your IP. You know, they legit just published a game for you, Remedy. Why didn't you just go back to 505? Were they just not offering? They probably didn't make enough. 505 was like, yeah, bro, we're just gonna let y'all hold that and go somewhere else. And Remedy does want to make a Control too. So this is a good partnership for them. Hopefully the fans of Control like it. Control was just such a weird game. I have gameplay of it on the channel. It was so weird that I just kind of stopped playing it. I think I was scared of it. High key. I don't remember completely on why I stopped playing the game, but I understand it was weird as hell. The gunplay was kind of strange. And I think I was scared of the weirdness of the game. Those could be the things. That was the reason why I stopped playing it. But Control is getting a second. It's getting a sequel. They already announced it. They like, yeah, bro, we're making Control 2, and it's gonna be fun. Warhammer 40K is having a whole lot of Space Marine 2 because it does come out in a week. It comes out in a week. That shit's gonna pop. What the hell was that? Everybody talking about the future of Dragons, dog. We don't care, bro. Why do people keep doing this? Developers retire all the time. They think like the whole gaming studio is done because one developer retires, bro. He's an old nigga, bro. Let him retire. Oh shit, I forgot all about that story. So the Visions of Mana came out. Visions of Mana came out, and legit the day they launched the game, their studio got shut down. The same day they launched the game. And I'm like, what? Tencent shut down the fucking studio because oh, it's so bad. It was so crazy too because Vision of Mana, I thought Square Enix was the ones publishing the game, which I think they were. Square Enix published that game, but then Tencent and NetEase was like, yeah, bro, we're just gonna drop our funding for your studio and go another route. And then Vision of Mana studio had to shut down. And I'm like, that is crazy fucking work. There's a whole bigger thing going on with this. Oh, because Tencent want to fund bigger games. See, and that's the problem with these goddamn companies, bro. These big ass companies, they want to make the biggest games to make the most money all the time. That's why when I was talking earlier in the show about all these games skipping Xbox in the beginning because they're chasing their free money right now, but then they're gonna end up being on Xbox eventually because they're gonna want to make more money. Tencent is on that same shit. That's why Vision of Mana Studio got shut down because they want to make smaller games that they could fucking fund it. They not trying to get their whole studio shut down for making one game that might pop or might break. Because we saw what the fuck just happened with Concord. And Tencent's like, oh no, we want to make big ass games that make a lot of money real fast. So they're just pulling funding. They're going somewhere else. They want to make something else. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. That's like Black Myth Wukong is successful. Yeah, it is. But Tencent is going to want them to make more money. Tencent is not about to just let fucking Game Science drop Black Myth Wukong. It's great. You don't have to make more money on it, bro. It did fine. No. They're gonna get hungry. They're like, yeah, bro, go drop that on another platform. Go make some more money. Go make a sequel. Go make some more money. And then they're gonna be in that fucking hamster wheel. Because Tencent one of those big ass companies that do that shit. The fact that Microsoft don't do that shit is what should be surprising to most people. Because they fund smaller games. They got Grounded, they got Pentiment, they got all these small games that come out that they don't have to make or break the bank to produce. So that developers can make some different shit. They're trying to get Activision on that same path because niggas been working on Call of Duty for like how many years? 9 studios working on the same fucking game. Developers get tired of this shit, and that's why they quit their job. They don't want to be there. They want to make something else. So creative diversity in studios is what matters way more than how much money you make in the goddamn game that you produce. Because some small games can pop off. We see indie games on Steam all the time. Just break through on the internet, go wild, go crazy. And people enjoy the fuck out of them. They have their time. Pal World did it. You know, they came in, they got their shine, bro. They ate good. And they fell back. And even their developers like, yeah, go play other games. We're gonna make more content. And when we make more content, you could just come back and play more Pal World. But a lot of developers don't have that opportunity. Because they need niggas playing their games all the time, non-stop. They need to be making money around the clock. If they don't, their studios get shut down. That's why Bungie's in the hole. They're in a hole right now at the PlayStation. Nigga, Fortnite is doing the same shit. Nigga, Apex, all these live service games, they're dying. They're dying fast. That's why Concord came out. Motherfuckers like, yeah, I'd rather go play Fortnite than play Concord. You're cooked. You're cooked. Nigga, there wasn't even 700 people playing Concord on PC, and that's crazy work. Because some of the worst games to ever launch had more players. At the same time, like concurrently. More players. Horrible games. Concord isn't a bad game. It looks bad. It looks bad. Like the shooting looks scuffed. They showed it. Character models were scuffed. Like, why would you want to play a character that's like this fucking big in a shooter? Think about that. Like, it's a hero shooter. We understand. They have big ass tanks. Big ass tanks usually have a lot of health. That's great and all. But you're this fucking big. You're a fucking target. Everybody's popping your ass. You can't hide behind walls in that game, bro. You big as fuck. They're gonna shoot your body. You're not dodging bullets. Like, it's like some of the character designs are so like, why the fuck would y'all do this shit? I know inclusion and diversity is being pushed in all these fucking Western games. But you're shit in the bed producing such bad products. You could be diverse and inclusive and still have a good fucking game. But for some reason, they lose good games in diversity and inclusion. And that shit is why things go to hell. But that's it for Gaming News Weekly, like for real. Like, high key, that's all the news we got. And I'm not gonna stretch this out too much longer. I'm not gonna stretch it too much longer because this week gaming news was kind of trash. But I'm about to go play some games, bro. I got some games. I got sent some games, nigga. Somebody was like, "Hey, bro, I want you to play this." So I'm about to cook up, make some content for YouTube. I hike you want to react to the Dragon's Dogma video. Oh my gosh, I hate it so much. I'm not gonna do it. It's not worth it. But I am gonna finish that video because I gotta hear what else nonsense he says, bro. I gotta really understand where his mind is when he made this video. Because I'm like, nigga, you just should not have played Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm a Dragon's Dogma fan. Dragon's Dogma 2 hit, and I only played it one time because that's all you have to do. They literally built the game for you to play through it one time. You stand 10 on your decisions. If you want to go back and do it again, you played it wrong. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's it for Gaming News Weekly. High key. Because that's all the gaming news we got. So speculation, some motherfucking rumors, some studios shutting down. And that's it. I think Tokyo Game Show is it's supposed to be happening. I don't know when that is. When is Tokyo Game Show 24? September 26th. Oh, that's hellas away. I thought it was closer. I thought it was like 2 weeks. Because I heard a rumor that that's when they're gonna announce Final Fantasy for Xbox is at Tokyo Game Show. Which could happen because that's where they announced Final Fantasy 14 for Xbox. So they announced Final Fantasy 16 for Xbox or even Final Fantasy 7 for Xbox. That'd be crazy work. And Tokyo Game Show will be the place to do it. Would Sony announce the PS5 Pro there? Probably not because they just raised the price of the PS5 there. So why the fuck would they announce a whole nother console on the Tokyo Game stage when y'all just legit spit on your community by raising the price of that console? So yeah, that's all. That's it for this Gaming News Weekly, bro. It's short, sweet, to the point. I'm not gonna hold y'all here any more longer. We got games to play, so make sure that like button, subscribe. I'm about to go play some games. Nigga, some shit dropped in Game Pass. I got some videos coming. Because they dropped a whole lot of games in Game Pass. I was like, damn, I forgot this launched. This motherfucker might actually be a banger. So I'm gonna go play those, see what those about, and I'll see y'all in the next one.